Where'd you get that shirt, Jan?
I ordered it online. It's
Okay.
it's a listen.
Why did you have to say it so awkwardly?
I ordered that online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called
Like you're ordering it off the dark web.
it's called the World Wide Web. Okay, you should look it up. www. Okay, and whatever you're trying to look for.
That's the thing Al Gore invented, right?
Yeah, it is. Let's get into this real quick, and then we can talk about the shirt.
Yeah, I think
Open
we're-
us up, James.
I think we're already in.
we're
the
already
Grab
in.
the Brisket podcast.
All right, guys. Hey, listen,
We don't even have to introduce ourselves.
we do. We do, James.
Go ahead.
Hey, so listen. Welcome back to the Grabbing the Brisket podcast. Barbecue beer. I don't know what we are anymore. Extravaganza. Yeah. This is our episode 252, 253 maybe. I think. I don't know. 252.
I think this is going to be 253.
Okay, 252, 53, whatever. I'm not really sure, but I'm super excited to be here. We are finally having a guest on this week, which it's been kind of slow for us. We've been running some technical difficulties. The internet in our area has been just horrible, and I think some tree fell.
AT&T. I don't know.
A car accident. I don't know what happened, but at least today we're back up and running, and we've got an awesome show prepared for you guys. Recteq is going to be on the show. Jody
Flanagan.
Man. So it's going to be an awesome pleasure just to speak with this dude and talk everything about Recteq. They have some awesome products, and then just hanging out with you guys. So I am
Nice.
I'm ecstatic.
Did you have you guys prepared for the state to shut down over this total eclipse that's extended?
Oh, I heard about that. It's going to affect the power grid or something.
Correct. Yeah. Now this is happening, and hopefully this episode comes out before the whole state of Texas melts down because of this solar eclipse. We're not really sure what's going to happen when it happens, but they've already declared a state of emergency. This has already come from the governor's office in Austin, and which is really weird. I don't think any other cities have really declared a state of emergency. Maybe I think it's the Austin County and surrounding counties because they expect a lot of people to flood into that area. But I'm like, man, we've gone through like natural disasters. Like, why does this make this? Why they're talking about food shortages? They're like, hey, stock up on your gas, get your bread and water
For a week.
An eclipse?
Yeah.
It's just like you talking about, like when the moon goes in front of the sun and it gets dark. Is this like going to last a long time or something? I don't understand what's happening right now.
For a week.
It's a week-long eclipse is what they're saying is going to happen. How the fuck does that happen? Is it just going to stop rotating for a while?
That cannot be true.
I don't think so
There's
either.
no way that's true.
That's not how this works.
I made that up. I don't know. It's like
You don't
A
make shit up.
week-long
I make shit
eclipse.
up.
it's like 16 minutes, man.
That's like
I don't
biblical
even know.
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
If that happens, there's bigger things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Start repenting, motherfuckers.
Yes.
Let's go. No.
Yeah,
No.
but it's something that people are kind of freaking out about, and it's weird because you read all this stuff all over social medias, and I know that's probably the problem right there is because they like to hype people up. Like Mrs. Baird's, I mean, they got to unload the shelves, man. They got too much bread on the shelf, so let's go ahead and get those sandwiches sold.
This makes zero sense to me at all. I don't understand. It's just an eclipse. Like,
What-
we've had these before, haven't we? Like
Yeah.
lots.
No,
For
this,
sure.
this one's different.
What's different about it?
There's like
I mean, I don't want to go
maybe
into
there's like
the
a
don't
science.
know. No
maybe there's
idea.
like a spaceship on the other side of the moon, or
I read it.
something that's going to be uncovered, and the whole world's going to freak out or whatever. But
Or we're going to see the world's flat.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, you've been seeing all the TikTok conspiracy theories, haven't you?
He's been watching a lot of Joe Rogan, I think.
I did watch I tried to do a little research before that, but this has been going on since the beginning of time. Like, and I can only imagine the first person that experienced like it's daytime outside, you're hunting or you're doing whatever, and all of a sudden just goes dark, or maybe I don't know, somebody did something bad to you, then it goes dark. You're like, oh man, I got to kill you now because you caused a curse to put darkness on this earth.
Whatever happened bad that day, it was their fault that the eclipse happened.
Yeah, it's
right?
like your sports team didn't win because you didn't wear your lucky jersey, or your wife washed your jersey. It's similar to that. But there are a lot of cultures where I know the math like checks out, and then we're going to get into barbecue in here in a second, and the barbecue news and all that stuff like that. But ancient times, they thought that the sun swallowed up, or the moon swallowed up the sun, like it ate it.
Yeah.
And then they freaked out, and then they started beating drums and shit just to like
yeah.
to basically appease the gods. They thought it was like dragons that ate the sun, and so then they started beating on drums. They started doing some weird shit. Probably sacrificed a few people, and then the sun came back out, and they're like, "Yeah,
Like,
that worked."
That was in a matter of like 20 minutes, right? You know what I mean? Like they went full ape shit in 20 minutes. Like killed people, and I'm just making stuff up again. I don't even
Purge.
know. But yeah, right. And then the next year when it happened again, hopefully they fucking had a calendar or something. Like, hey, wait a
Maybe
minute.
they're still doing it. Maybe that's the reason that the eclipse ends.
Maybe.
This is the last
Keep
eclipse. This is the last eclipse.
On a brighter note,
Yeah.
some good news for you guys. Voodoo Ranger has come out with a beer collab, and it's something that maybe we should have saved for the beer review, but we'll put it out there now. So it's doing a beer collaboration with Tombstone,
The pizza?
the pizza.
Wait, what?
Yes,
I was like,
They're
the
doing a
city?
pizza beer?
they're
The
doing
movie?
a pizza beer.
Oh,
we
say
have
God.
Copy and Martin House.
Yes.
Suckers.
Voodoo Ranger has just entered the game with the pizza beer. So I think that comes out like April 7th.
So we're going to have to get our hands on some because that's not going to last
You
long.
know, I
on
haven't
shelf.
had anything Voodoo Ranger I didn't like, so fingers crossed. But not a lot of success with pizza beers.
No.
0 for 1 so far.
Right. May have been the worst beer we've ever had.
I never had it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where you didn't miss out. Yeah, what else we got here going on, guys? I mean, I know
I'm back. All the people that have been emailing and calling and messaging and been like, "Where's John?" I'm going to stop listening. I'm back. You guys can relax.
Stay tuned. What's going on with this stuff on your face? It's so wild.
Is it going crazy?
Yeah.
It's going to come off soon.
Jeez. What does your wife say about that? She loves it.
She loves it. She grabs hold of it.
And she leads you around? Nice.
Yeah, come here.
Oh,
Every
shoot.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's like her safety blanket or whatever you call it. She's like, that's how she goes to sleep at night. Just like holds on to it.
That's weird. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, Denny.
Sorry, Denny. Yeah. Hey, maybe we make a clip out of that one, you know?
Yeah, make sure you get John's awkward face on that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a clip out of that.
It's funny. Right.
Yeah. No. Hey, John's back. Matt's back. Alex
Was it
is
just
still
you two
riding the
last time?
rails. Yeah.
Just you
us
two?
two. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Did it air already? It didn't air.
Yeah, it did. Hours ago.
Oh, hours ago.
Did you listen to it? Did you like the part about you
Joining Top Gun. I thought about wearing aviators in here tonight.
Yeah. Well, that was so I didn't have the aiders, so that's really kind of where I was wearing the glasses today.
Okay.
Trying to do my best.
Yeah.
You know.
Missed, but
Not really.
I like it.
I don't think
I like
so. I'm giving off beach vibes. I got a little tank on or a sleeveless
No,
shirt.
you look good, and I do like
know.
the shirt.
Yeah. No. This came from there's a movie, Eastbound and Down. Y'all seen it?
A TV
The
show?
show?
TV show. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
okay.
series,
It's a
right?
great show.
Kenny Powers. He comes rocking this shirt right here, and I'm watching it, and I looked over at Amy. I was like, I want that shirt. And she was like, okay. And then I never said another word about it. Like 4 days later, it showed up. And she's like, here's your shirt. She walked by and threw it at me. I was like, I'm going to wear this
that's a good wife.
thing everywhere.
That's a wife win.
Yeah. So I wore it for a few days when I first got it, and then it's been tucked up in the closet. I haven't worn it. So
Saving it for a rainy day.
today's a good show, man. We finally got some guests on. You guys are back. Hey, it's not like, we obviously James and I can talk to each other. We've been doing it since birth, whatever, being brothers and being twins. But we did miss you guys. You know what I mean? It was good. And
It was a great episode.
I think we did an okay job, but
I think Raul really helped
100%.
carry it.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Carry it.
Yeah. He was that third leg in the tripod. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Start calling him Mr. Third Leg.
go ahead, James.
Do you think maybe a possibility that while we were recording, John was in his like hotel room,
Yeah.
and he just had that mic stand just up, just
Yeah,
like
right.
pretending,
Pretending.
like he's like
Just sitting there. He's reading the barbecue news out loud to himself.
No, I was actually at my folks' house, I think, every single time.
And other news, right? Yeah.
Shout out to my dad. He's getting better.
There it is.
There it is.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Hey, Papa Bear. Hey, yeah, you did the whole family cook. I saw the video you popped with. Is it your cousin?
My nephew.
Nephew.
Yep.
Taught him
Made
how to
some
make
ribs.
ribs. Yeah, he did a
Dude,
good
those
job.
came out so good too.
Really?
So good.
They look good.
Yeah, they disappeared. 3 racks. They killed them. Yeah, they were money.
Nice. I like the shorts you've been putting out lately. The ones that are, I don't know what do they call them? They're not memes. They're not.
You just like
whatever.
They're just jokes. They're just funny. I guess they are memes, right? They're
I don't even know what
Sure.
a meme is.
I don't know what they are either.
GIFs. I don't know, man.
I don't know what you mean
It's
by
something like that. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Making sure we're on the same page.
Tiny, like
tiny, but
tiny
like
videos.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just tiny funny videos.
Nice.
There it is.
Also, I wanted to bring this in today because we talked about this on the last. I think we talked about this a lot on the last podcast, right? And I don't know if you can see this here, but we've got a broad little rub in. We did 2 briskets last weekend, and we used nothing but this rub right here. And obviously, you see the sticker on it for grabbing the brisket because it's one that James has been playing with now for quite a while, right?
Forever? Would you
Yeah.
just put it out to the public
No,
already?
I hear you, but listen. So you got to do the R&D, and you have to be able to put something out there. Now, maybe you don't have to be perfect or whatever else, but I will say this: when you get a little closer to the camera there, you can definitely see just kind of how coarse this camera or this rub really is on a brisket. It was freaking money. I mean, amazing. It was just that rub. And I layered it. I put as much on that damn thing that would hold. Shaking it, whatever fell off, I patted in. I didn't rub it in, but I pressed it in.
you didn't rub it in?
Nope.
Did you rub it out?
Nope. Didn't rub it. Well, later, but that's not for this show. But yeah, it was a great seasoning, and I thought it made a great bark. And I just want to make sure that we're sharing some of our successes out there. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can send some out to some lucky winners of the show, people that want to, I don't know, we'll think of something. We'll put something out. We'll do 10 or so, and we'll send them out. But we definitely want your feedback and let us know how you like it, what you're using it on. So far, we've done it on maybe the brisket was one. Have you done chicken? Have you done anything else on it or no?
Yeah, steak, brisket. It's definitely a beef rub because it is just kosher salt,
savory, it's got
black pepper, garlic,
Yeah.
some cayenne and stuff like that in there. But yeah,
That is good. That's really good. And you're right. It's super coarse.
It's very, very coarse. So, but it needs to go on a piece of meat, or beef. I agree with you. Something for long, because something you want bark on or whatever else. It's gonna, and then so that's a coarse grind rub that he has there. But he's got one also that you did, James, that was a little bit less coarse, and I thought that was phenomenal.
I mean, we've been playing around with chicken for a minute or two. We've done wings a couple times, and we've thrown them down some chicken thighs.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So
it's got a nice little kick. It's definitely got some cayenne in it. It's salt forward, but it's got a little sugar in there, just kind of balance it out a little bit. Garlic, onion, all the good stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's like I can't say enough about them. And we try a lot of different rubs, and I think that's why we're so cautious about even putting a rub out or even trying to do that because we try a lot of other beverage rubs, and we cook with a lot of different rubs, and we're always trying to give reviews on the rubs that people send us, and good, bad, or indifferent. Like, we're trying to be as honest as possible, and I think you need to be that way and not press a rub out yourself, right? I mean, honestly, you want to rub something out, but yeah, I'm just saying you don't want to do that, and it's easy to stay biased that way when you don't have one on the market or you're not trying to push something else out there, and so like, well, mine's better than yours or anything else. I think we can stay objective, in other words, and I think we've done that for a long time, but at the same time, we've tried a bunch of different seasonings out there, and I think what you were looking for, James, was like, I just want to do one rub, and I want to use this one rub on said piece of protein, and I want to be able to use as much as I want on it, and I don't want it to overpower or over blanket by, because there's some rubs out there that are really, really good, right? But you can't. You're like, oh, it was too salty. Well, you put too much. You're like, well, you didn't tell me how much to put. You know, like each rub kind of has its own little flavor nuance or whatever else, right? So creating one that's really balanced, but still kind of gives you that salt, especially for a long.
You want to be able to put enough on there to build a crust.
That's right,
and not have it be too salty.
That's it.
Some of them a little too salt forward or too pepper forward, and if you get enough crust, then it doesn't taste right.
Or too garlic forward, right?
Yeah,
Too much garlic just doesn't, for me, it doesn't lend well. That when it's so fine like that, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, you can get a great bark on anything when you cook it long enough. I'm just saying, I don't know if it really gives you. For me, it doesn't give me the look that I want, and then I think it can be a little too cakey. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can get a bark, you're right, but it ends up being more of like it's got that smooth finish.
Yeah,
bark,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Not the same.
Tastes good, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. Say it again.
Not the same.
Not the same.
It's not the
Not the
same.
same.
Well, hey, appreciate it, Jan.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, yeah, for sure,
Cheers,
man.
everybody.
Hey,
So,
I got
and
you, man.
John,
We
if
got
you,
Jody Flanagan coming up here in a few seconds. This is going to be a blast. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
well, we got about 30 minutes?
Yeah,
15?
we got 20, yeah, something like that. We did get some mail. Do you have the mail with you there?
We got mail. That's right. I
We've
do
got
it.
mail. There's a couple. I think there's 2 things in there. So the first one in the back. Yep. That might go with the box, and then there's a bag in there that's supposed to be separate.
Okay. Yep. So can I see the To the Crew or like what are we
Yeah.
doing?
Go
Okay.
for it. I
Can
think
you do
that's it right there.
the Johnny Carson thing where you put it up to your head and try to...
My mind's telling me that it says, hello, boys. No, it says, what up, guys? First off, thank you again for reading my barbecue wins on your podcast. It's pretty cool to listen to while I'm working in the shop. Hope you guys enjoy a little something I made you. Put them to good use. Hope to have a beer with... Shit, I can't even read today, man. Hope to have a beer and some barbecue with you someday. Tony. P.S. Your openers are also a magnet, LOL, just in case you didn't know. It's happened, LOL. I don't know what that means. Let's take a look. So the bag is different.
The bag is a separate
Okay.
thing that was sent. So keep that separate.
Separate mail, Matthew.
Yeah. Maybe Matt can open that one.
Yep.
So those are, I think those are all the same. So if you want to just open one, or you can open all of them, it doesn't matter. But there's one for each of us there. I already opened mine. I've already
Did
played
you?
with it. Yeah.
You ruined the surprise.
Yeah, for sure. I was too excited. This has actually been a little bit of a long time coming.
Does it feel like Christmas, Jan?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, come on, man.
Now the opener part makes sense.
Yeah. So we've got grabbing the brisket,
And you broke it.
You broke it. Was it?
grabbing the brisket. What are
Bottle
these?
opener.
Bottle openers. Dude, that is so pimp.
Shaped like.
Yeah, sound like Texas, man. Come on, let's go.
Dude, that's money, dude.
Yeah.
Jan, I'm going to need you to go to the store now. Just pick up a
I was
6-pack
like, yeah,
of
I was
bottles.
about to say.
Hey, look.
We're gonna have to switch to bottles, I guess.
Yep, we are. That's all right, man. That's very cool. Very cool. Thanks, Tony, man. Hey, you know, what kind of rub did Tony pick up? Did he say?
I don't remember. I don't remember which one we did.
Okay.
Yeah. Tony might have to get the first bottle of the grabbing the brisket rub.
All right.
There it is, Tony.
If you're listening, reach out.
He's getting. Tony, give us your address. We want to come by and see you. No, just kidding.
come by.
I think he's.
Hey, we're here.
Yeah. No, I think he's in like Alabama or Mississippi or something.
Okay. No,
I could
definitely.
be wrong though.
Yeah, I think Twisted Tree Woodworking. It's a badass sticker.
Yeah, stickers and koozies and all kinds
Yep.
of shit in there.
So we got 2 separate packages at the same time, huh?
Yeah. Well, I've had these like stacking up. Actually, I have a couple more at the house. I just didn't want to do them all on the same night.
So we got one here from Dad's. So thank you for supporting Dad's Seasoning. I wanted to share 3 new products: the jalapeno lime, SPG, and Italian. Here you go, Jan, if you want to bust those out. I love
Italiano.
Matt's brisket burger segment, legendary. Thank you for the Dad's Seasoning, salt and pepper, killer plug. Fresh garden lettuce and tomato was awesome. Yeah, I remember that. Again, thanks for your supporting Dad's. You guys really have to try Tonia Cerveza from Nicaragua. Oh, we got a beer review.
Oh, recommendation.
Recommendation here. So we definitely are going to pick that up. Regards, Robert Todd Coat.
There it is.
yeah.
So
Thank
if
you.
you guys remember, we did a Matt did a-
Brisket burger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ground up the brisket scraps and picked some fresh vegetables from my garden and made a video of that. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I
guys remember
remember
that.
that.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
Since
got
new
the
seasoning
rubs
for us
here.
to try.
I know, man.
I'm
This
pretty
is
sure Matt used all the other ones and didn't share, so I don't know.
exactly what he did.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
him lined up in his
did.
pantry. Matt's like, "Can you go feed Boomer?" And I go over there, and I was like, "Oh, that's where all the dad rubs are."
Thanks, Dad. Wow.
Hey, I mean, they're good. I kept them. That's a good sign.
Right. Because there's some that we get. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks to both of those folks. Folkses.
Yeah, it's you can say folks.
Y'all? All y'all?
Y'all folkses.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's like going to the mailbox and having a gift in from a listener that you've talked about or used, whatever else. It's just kind of freaking cool.
That was awesome. I love
You
it.
know what I mean?
Every time we get something from a listener.
Yeah, and then
Even if it's just a message, I love it.
You're right. And we need to go. Please check out Twisted Tree Woodworking because this right here, these are badass. I'm not gonna lie. These are freaking badass.
And I think he builds all kinds of stuff, so not just magnet bottle
I mean, he
openers.
doesn't just make Texas shape grabbing the brisket bottle openers.
If he did, he'd probably be retired soon.
Yeah. Also, Dad Season. Check that out.
Yeah, this is good
definitely.
shit. Yep, we'll put a link down for both of them down below. Just scroll.
Scroll.
Yeah, scroll down on wherever you're listening. While you're there, leave us a review. We haven't plugged that in a while. Review us
yeah.
wherever you're listening. So
Yeah.
that helps
It's
us.
weird. Nobody reviews us. It's like just
Yeah,
we don't ask.
it's true. Yeah. So if you're listening to this,
Also, I guess our listeners probably like, oh, fuck, we don't have time to review shit.
right,
I'm sure most
right.
people just have it like just downloaded and they're just working, driving, whatever.
I'm trying
just
to
going
mow the
through it.
lawn. I can't stop and
Right.
review, asshole.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can you just send me an email? I will just send out a mass review that you could just post. It's not going to be by me. I mean, it's obviously something that ChatGPT creates, but
No, James. No. Listen, either you want
From
to
the
review
heart.
or you don't want to review. You want to either support the show or you don't want to support the show. I tell you this: we support people that support us, and yeah,
Yep.
there it is. We'll burn your house down.
Okay.
So there's that.
Okay.
Do you have some news for us, John?
I do. I have some hot off the grill barbecue news. There it is. You didn't do that last week,
hey,
James.
why
and it
does
made me
John get the sizzle? And so if you noticed last week,
You didn't sizzle. You didn't even say it right. You didn't say hot off the grill or anything. And the week before that, you were like grill
I know,
hot
but
pancake something. I was like, what? What is he talking about?
right? You know, I was trying to do my own. But if you noticed last week, there was like 3 different pauses.
You were
where
waiting
we
for
tried
it?
to go in. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the sizzle, and it never came. And I was like,
Ro was looking up in the air. Oh,
I was like, okay, we'll just go into it. And that's why there's that awkward pause. And I'm like, okay, we'll just go into it.
John
Just go-
wrote
Sorry,
it.
guys,
He's
it's
like,
all my fault.
only I
Yeah.
get the sizzle.
I-
Don't
yeah.
sizzle.
Not Raul's
I
fault.
called Raul.
I did not
You
phrase
put the
it
sizzle word out.
correctly.
Yeah, right.
So, carry on, John.
Right.
Anyways, yeah. So this is brought to us by the NBBQA Barbecue News Magazine. Our buddy over there, Kel Phelps. The first thing I got here is the SCA World Championship just happened up there in Fort Worth.
The world's
The World
like
Championship.
$200,000 in prize money or something.
I don't know what it was.
It was
in prize
crazy.
money. That's one thing I did not have written
of
down
it.
here.
Okay.
What I do have is nearly 450 steak cooking teams, peoples,
Yeah.
up there. So I don't know if you guys know how it works, but they do a whole bunch of them on, I think, Friday. They break them up into groups of like 50, and then the top 10 from each group go on and
Compete.
cook Saturday.
Yep.
So there's 90 teams in the final round on Saturday or whatever. And for the first time ever, they had a perfect tie between 2 people. And normally, I don't know if you guys know, they do a coin flip, basically. If it's a tie, they do a coin flip. They didn't do that. This year, they awarded 2 championships, which I think is way cooler. Like, how would you feel if you were like, yeah, I won, but I lost the coin flip.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
You
out.
got-
right.
You got Boar's Night Out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a boys' night out. Sure. That's Steve Croft and Chris Little. Oh, I'm sorry. Stacy Croft and Chris Little both had a 253.9 on their final entries to tie for 2 world champions.
Wow.
2 brand new world champions.
Perfect
That's badass.
steak. Man.
Pretty freaking cool.
Can I just taste one of those?
I know, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's probably
You can if you go be a judge.
it's probably late. It's probably not good anymore.
God, they're probably spraying that bologna water on there. You know what I mean? Like,
You're not putting bologna water on something? Dude, who knows what their backyard cook's doing?
When you said that, I was like, wait, what?
yeah, you don't know about
I
that.
know what
Check
you
out the
meant,
last
though.
episode, our brisket episode.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I know what you meant, and that was a great episode. You guys really dove into the backyard brisket, and I think you did it again. I think you did a great job. I wanted to call and be like, "Yeah, you guys fucked up. You really needed us there, but
Yeah.
you did good."
We're trying, man. We're trying our best here.
Remember the days when you weren't able to make a podcast, but we would just set up the microphone, and then you just call into one of our cell phones, and you just prop it up next to the microphone. Do you remember those days?
Yes.
Love it.
I actually don't remember those days. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Do you remember when we had was it Alden that was sick? He had COVID or something, so we had his phone set up and we had the mic right there, and we tried to record with him
Oh, yeah,
at his house, but it was on the mic, but it was on his phone.
Yeah.
That was
Hey,
bad.
you know what's funny is he didn't even have it. We made him quarantine anyways, and we were like, "Don't come out." Yeah, it was like so. Like,
We were
it was
stupid.
everything was so serious. Like
Yeah.
you just did. Like you remember, like it was like the first like month
Yeah, it was so new.
where
we didn't
nobody
know.
didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, it was the first month, and all of a sudden, none of the stores had anything, and we're like, oh my god,
This
is
must
gonna,
be serious.
This is going to be a collapse, right? Like you know what I mean? Like, and then like a month into it, I was so aggravated. I was like, this, I'm over this, man. I don't believe in this anymore. And then everybody called me
Yeah, I was
crazy.
tired of it too.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few more things here, so let's get through this. Hogs for a Cause is coming up. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. It is a big fundraiser for pediatric brain cancer and other severe child illnesses. And there's like 95 plus teams. It's down there in New Orleans, April 5th and 6th. At the Uno Lakefront Festival Grounds. So I'll put some links down below if I can find more information about the event. But
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of big, huge. I think Boars Night Out's probably out there. Aces Wild.
Aces Wild.
Aces Wild. Yeah, I think
Yep,
we're
the
supposed
Shed.
we're
There's
supposed to go.
Yeah, we were invited. There's a ton of huge teams and a ton of just other awesome badass teams and cooks that are going to be out there. But they raise a ton of money for this, and it says 20 plus bands that'll be out there playing. So it's a good time, and it's also for an amazing cause.
Nice.
So,
When is this?
April 5th and 6th.
Man, there's so much stuff just going on in April and
Because
May and
it's-
all the time.
It's cool. It's not hot yet. That's
Yeah.
why everything's happening right now.
So
Did you say that was one lakefront?
Uno Lakefront.
Are you just trying to show off that you know Spanish? Like you know Uno? Is that what we're doing here?
I mean,
Way to go,
I'm bilingual, so
You just respond C.
Yeah.
I took about 3 classes
You're an
of
idiot.
Spanish in high school. So
Perfect.
Yeah, and you know,
Fluent.
so I get this more than anything when I'm talking to people about barbecuing competitions, things like that, because apparently it's not common knowledge. You can just go to these things and hang out and walk around and get barbecue, or walk up and say, "I would like to be a judge," and then they just bring it baffles me how many people don't know you can do that still.
Going up and being a judge is the way to do it. And obviously in Texas, that's like the way to do it. But if you're in other parts of the country, I think especially out west and maybe in the Midwest too, a lot of theirs are like people's choice.
Or they have KCBS judges. They'd be certified
That too,
judge.
right? Certified. But there's ones where, like I'm saying, you can just be anybody, walk in, and you just walk around from place to place, and then you're picking who you like and trying their shit. And
That's
it's
right.
just people's choice.
Yeah.
Kind of like when we did the chili cook-off, right?
Yep, but that's a perfect intro into getting into being a judge, right? You go in people's choice, you go through and try, and you're going through your mind trying to figure out how you would score this, and then you get into it and you go, hey, maybe go take a couple of classes, which by the way it's a real thing. Judging to become a judge for KCBS, you go through classes and they teach you what to look for and everything else, which I don't know if anybody else that does that. Are they the only one that actually has classes for being a judge?
No, I think there's some other ones where you have to be certified. I don't know.
Yeah, name one.
Okay, the Georgia, what is it? The Georgia.
Nope, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, you wouldn't know, I guess. You don't know
Name
enough
one.
about
Never
it.
heard of it.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Georgia
Okay.
peaches.
Okay.
Georgia Barbecue Association.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia Barbecue Association. That makes sense.
Memphis and May. I don't think Memphis and May is even still its own sanctioning body, but it used to be one, and I think you had to be a certified judge.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, can I go
Yeah,
really?
sure you can. Go
One
for it.
quick story,
Go for it.
an
Yep.
example of what you guys were talking about. But what Matt brought up is like just showing up to these competitions and just going around and being able to try some of this food or whatever. We were cooking at a VFW here in Pearland, and a prime example, we got frontage, like right on Frontage Road. Right across the street is a set of like townhomes. And there was like this guy just sitting out in his lawn chair, just like drinking a beer, just staring across the street, just like looking at us. And all of a sudden, like I don't know if he got waved over or he just decided like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come over. And he comes, he's like, what's going on over here? And it's like, hey, it's a competition and whatever. It's like we started handing some food. We're like, hey, they asked for judges and decided you can go in there and just get all the free barbecue you want, dude. And he just see the wheels turning. He's like, looks over. He's like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right. And then
Dude
he
peeled
just,
off.
he just goes inside and like, just, all right. But yeah, nobody knows that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Came back with like the meat.
Just
sweats.
show up and just say, I want to be a judge. And they'll just sit you down and feed you. So
Yeah, in Texas for sure.
100%,
That's
yeah.
that's
just
that's
be
definitely the
forewarned.
way to go.
Be forewarned.
They have a hard time getting judges sometimes
That's
because
true.
people are out partying and they don't want to go get locked in for 30 minutes with badass barbecue for some reason.
right, yeah. Sometimes you get to the point where it's like, okay, as long as you're not the head cook, you can come in inside and judge.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're all head cooks.
yeah.
I don't want to taste everybody's chicken. Anyway, okay. Next one I got. We like to share. We always tell people to try the barbecue classes, and if you can do a barbecue class, you should, especially if you're really trying to get into the competition side. But this one in particular, I think, is going to be badass. This is hosted by Bill Purvis and Fred Robles, so you're not going to learn from two better people.
Nope.
We've got, let's see, Bill's going to be doing chicken and pork. Fred's going to be doing ribs and brisket. They're calling it the World Champion Tell All Barbecue Class. If you don't know, these guys have multiple world championships, American Royal Grand Champions, all kinds of accolades behind them. And they're teaching all the stuff, right? They're doing everything from meat selection to trimming, injection seasoning, fire management to boxing, all the stuff you want to learn. And this is coming up on April 20th and 21st. It's going to be in Pleasanton, Texas, which I don't know where that is, but
It's close.
it's in
by.
Texas. Yeah, I would say it's within 13 hours of Houston. So
Perfect.
Yeah, well, it has to be. It has to be. No, you're exactly right.
yeah. So if you're thinking about taking a class,
What's the? They say what the fees are?
$1,500.
$1,500 for the class.
Yep. If you have a teammate or a spouse, it's another $750. And they actually did post their phone numbers. I guess I can just put them out there. Bill's is 281-455-8806, and Fred is 956-650-5272. And I'll put a link down below because they put a little website link to sign up if you're interested. So if you're going to take a class and you want to put out the money to really learn some shit, this is probably a good one to do.
Yeah, right. Like that's. Yeah. Well, you've already said it, but yeah, that's the one you want to do.
Yeah. Let's see, one more. I think you guys already touched on this a little bit last week. Sauce's Honor is warming back up.
Yep.
With Barbecue News Magazine. They've got their new category.
Mm-hmm.
If you compete in all four
We'll have the
proteins, you're in the overall.
Yep.
The, what do you call it? All-purpose, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't want to brag, but this was sort of my idea.
Was it?
Yes.
Are you serious?
100%. When we were
Is this what you told Kelly? You're like, Kelly, I got a
Yes.
few ideas for you.
Yeah, well, this was actually happened back at the Royal, and we were talking about the
Okay.
rubs. This was a rub thing because I entered the chicks that smoke and a bunch of different ones. Like, well, how come you don't have one that's just like an overall? And he's like, I don't know how, or how come you don't have like an all-purpose? He's like, I don't know how that would work. I said, well, just if they enter into all four, just take the average of their scores or whatever. He's like, wheels started turning. Next thing you know, and he did text me. He was like, that was such a good idea. So
Very cool.
I don't want to brag.
Maybe we'll
but-
call it the Lathrop Award.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's the John Award. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
We're going to talk to Kel. He'd be like, I have no idea what he's talking
What is
about.
he talking about?
Yeah, he's a liar.
That guy.
He is a liar.
He's a nice guy, but
The John. Like, it's gonna be a toilet.
you've won the John. Shut up, James.
Hey, can I get a beer from you, John?
Yeah.
Thanks. I know you're in the middle of the barbecue news. I just feel like it was pertinent.
So we got about another few minutes before we got
very
Jody
pertinent.
coming on here.
So I just got one more, and this is kind of another little recap. You need another beer, James? Another little recap, and this is that the Houston Barbecue Festival is going down. It's coming up quick. Sunday, April 14th. We are going to be there. We've talked about it before. They've got the VIP admission and the regular admission. You missed. But you're going to want to buy your tickets ahead of time online. Again, there's a link down below. Just scroll down and get signed up because I'm sure they're going to sell out, and I'm pretty sure there's a limited amount of spots. So Houston Barbecue Festival, tons of great restaurants out there. We've talked about it, so I won't go on and on. But that's all I got for the Hot Off the Grill Barbecue News.
There it is. I love it.
He's on it. He is on
I
it.
love it. No, man, listen. You get one or the other. You don't get them both.
No,
okay?
I know.
Let's
I
just get
know.
out of that.
Ugh.
Just get out of that, dude.
Yeah.
Or
Why don't we pay some bills and when we come back?
I love it.
We'll talk to Jody.
There it is.
Cool.
You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking, it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on.
Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke. It's at sucklebusters.com.
Hey listeners, ever been at an event or business gathering and noticed that one thing just stands out? A simple item, but with a touch of personalization.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. CoolieNation.com, it's all about making an impression. Custom designed coolies that aren't just about keeping your drink cold. They're making a statement.
Exactly. And for businesses out there, listen up. Whether it's at a corporate event or your product launch or you're promoting your own brand, these custom coolies can be your next big marketing win.
Imagine your logo or brand message right there in the hands of potential clients, partners, and customers. It's subtle yet impactful.
The quality and design of flexibility they offer, top tier. It's not just a promotional item, it's an experience.
So for everyone looking to make their mark, whether it's in business or just adding a personal touch,
dive into CoolieNation.com.
Elevate your brand, elevate your events.
With CoolieNation, every sip is more than just refreshment, it's recognition. Make it count.
So head over to CoolieNation.com/brisket and get your hookup.
Hi, I'm Dave, host of the Beer in Front podcast. Every week I'll talk about a beer that maybe we've forgotten along the way while we're getting those check-ins and badges. Sometimes I'm going to talk about a new beer that has potential to be a classic. You could check out the podcast wherever you listen, or you could catch videos over on YouTube and TikTok. Remember, sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet. Cheers.
All right, we're joined with Jody Flanagan, and this is Mr. Recteq Grills. Is that a good way to intro this?
Absolutely.
That work for everybody?
It works.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that-
It was great until you asked that question.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. All right. What's up, Jody? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
It is going, man. I'm 4 course lights deep right now.
Ooh.
And I'm sure that these guys over here have been partaking as well. Obviously, we're barbecuing beer, and do not feel ashamed if if you're not drinking a libation, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do have a libation, I'm saying, cheers, brother. Come on.
Is it
Yeah.
libation?
Cheers, guys.
It's a V.
I thought it was a B.
But is it?
Libation?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
He's look that up.
The Live Nation.
Yeah.
It's
Live
libation.
Nation. That's a great radio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
spot.
that
I
sounds
love
right.
that.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. That's funny.
But
That's
thanks
funny.
for
So
having me
what-
on, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, man. Thank you for being on.
It's been a long time coming.
I know. We were out in Kansas City where not this we were there last year, but the year before, man, y'all had this crazy setup, dude. It was so freaking cool. And we came in, and I think we met a lot of you guys, and we're like, I think we were hoping to shoot something then, just having to shoot like just a day, just in y'all's booth and looking at all the beautiful barbecue pits and everything else, and it didn't work out,
Yeah, it's just a hectic time.
It
Like,
is.
You're trying to put on a show. You're trying to put on a party. You're trying to entertain people, and it's just a bad time. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you're having a good time, but this wasn't.
They're like, man, get the hell out of here.
Who are these idiots?
No, we should have made time. No, what a bunch of assholes, man. What a bunch of jerks.
We didn't want to say anything. Man. We didn't want to
should've-
say anything.
No. I mean, how easy is it to go in there and just set up and do a couple interviews? Come on. Cheese and
Right.
crackers.
No, I
And it was
know.
probably me being like, no,
No, I think you
Jerk.
were actually running around. I don't think you were even
Yeah,
right
right.
there. I think
right.
you were doing some other stuff at the time.
Yeah,
So-
no, I'm usually trying to shake hands and say hello to everybody because, when we go to those competitions, we set up for business, and then, I run into everybody that I know and all my buddies and friends and people that I talk to throughout the year. So, I just try to mingle and instead of being caught at the tent, just go out and make sure that everybody gets to see me at least once because, man, tons of emails, tons of phone calls, tons of texts, go out, from us, just communicating and checking in and, just making sure everybody's doing well. And it's just great to see people and be seen because, when a couple 2 or 3 years ago, we couldn't do that. So it was super exciting, especially for that comp. to go back at Kansas City, we did throw a big party. We were involved in a lot of teams there, and we, I saw you guys over there hanging out at the OBR party. Did some of y'all cook some steaks too?
No,
For the
we did
steak
not.
comp? No.
No, we
we
didn't
got
cook
in
any
late for that.
steaks. Yeah, we were there late.
Yeah, we went over there. We ate some steaks.
Yeah, we did.
but we didn't make any ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my favorite part.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so good. We actually just did the NBBQA in San Antonio had a steak cook-off. So we did that. We did 19th out of 40. I don't know, 44 teams.
Yeah, we are rookie steak
yeah.
cooker,
Yeah.
whatever. But
No,
next time-
reputable
Dude,
placing.
I'm okay, and because there was like, I don't know, 6 or 10 world champions there. So I was like, I'm okay with getting 19th right now. I mean, you got 10 world champions. I mean,
Right.
we only 8 other people beat us.
Right.
So it's fine. Which is a weird way of looking at shit. So tell me about you, man. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, how is like, I kind of know what you do for Recteq and everything else, but yeah, kind of, if you don't mind.
No. So for everyone out there that doesn't know, I've been with Recteq. It'll be 10 years, July 4th this year, and I've done every job under the sun for Recteq, and currently I'm the brand advocacy manager. A glorified Billy Mays. I try to preach the gospel and just go around and just make sure people are happy, and just introduce people to Recteq. It's as a brand, we found out really early on that people don't connect with that dark, cold metal thing that lights up and cooks their food. They really connect with the people behind it. And having a crazy owner, Ray Carnes and Ron Cundy with Recteq, they saw that early, and they're like, man, we need to send people out. We need to make sure that our brand is represented, and I also am a little bit of a watchdog too, to make sure that people out there aren't saying that they're representing Recteq, and also go out there and making a mockery or a fool of the brand. So I cultivate our brand, and just try to spread it. Again, there's a lot of room for everybody, a lot of different grill products, a lot of different grill models, grill names, and there's room for everybody. The greatest grill, currently is that grill that's out on your porch that works for you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
that's what it's all about with us. And but currently, in my position, I am fortunate enough to create content for Recteq, and try to make connections. Like with you guys. Thank you, again for having me on, and it just making those connections, and we've met a lot of great people along the way, and I consider myself lucky being able to again cultivate those relationships and become friends with people that like the brand. I'm going to name drop some people. Bert Kreischer and Warren Sapp are huge advocates of our brand, and love the product and use it regularly. We've got Luke Combs out there, we got Chase Elliott, Brian Snitker, manager of the Braves, and I get to talk to those folks when they have questions, when they need anything involving Recteq, or if they have any, if they want to participate in anything with Recteq. It's great to be able to to do that and be part of this brand. I don't know.
We're getting a little feedback. Is there something? Or we're getting a feedback on your side, I think. Is there?
Oh, on my end.
Yeah, there's a popping noise or something.
Or tapping or something.
I think it's
Oh, I
hands
know.
on the table or something. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Why you gotta call
My
him
bad,
out?
guys.
Man, what's wrong?
No,
with you?
I don't know,
Jesus.
man. I'm just hearing. I'm just
Now
hearing.
again, we started this, and I told you guys I was an idiot. So
No. Hey, I'm just hearing here, man. I'm like, dang, what is this? What is happening here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
good.
No, that's good. You're fine. You're fine.
No,
I apologize.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And I'm hopefully I'll be here, another 10 years.
Yeah.
If not, the barbecue world and food will take me somewhere. So
I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
100%.
Man, you do a great job, so I think they're lucky to have you aboard with them, and just
I
seeing
appreciate
how
that.
far
Appreciate
these
that, guys.
yeah, definitely, seriously, and just seeing how Recteq's been around, but I made a comment about Recteq the other day, and I don't know who I made this to. Was it maybe to you or to somebody? But I was like, you know, uh, there's other pellet grills, there's other grills on the market, but Recteq just seems to me they have a little bit more of, and maybe it's an edge to them over the rest of the market. When you look at it, obviously looking at the equipment itself, um, it's not that vanilla, right? It has that the angles, the lines, the
Well,
horns,
you got the iconic horns
yes,
that,
you know what I
that
mean.
that come
It's
across.
sexy, bro.
It's super sexy. And
Super sexy.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's what y'all have done a really great job. Obviously, you guys have they're building equipment that lasts, right? And it's first and foremost. You got to build something that's going to last. If you don't, you're not going to be in the game very long, right? So, but even then, you're building something that lasts, but you're innovative, and then you've got these smokers you put out, and they are very, very sexy, man. I'm not going to lie.
And you got the customer service behind it, and you got
That's
the
it.
people that are standing behind the brand as well that are there to help you along that barbecue journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Jody's like doing all these we talked about this like last week or whatever. Looking at the YouTube videos, trying to learn how to cook barbecue. In the very early goings of it, there's really wasn't a whole lot of information out there. So now it's like there's like information overload. Like there is
Yeah.
a lot of like if you want to learn how to cook a brisket, Google whatever. But there's people out there like Jody and the Recteq to how to learn, and not just pellets, because I know you guys have other styles of grills, but learning how to cook on those things and the cool little recipes, it's pretty badass.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, y'all just shot a promo for us. I'm gonna, I'm
Come
gonna
on,
clip
man.
this and use it,
Yeah.
use that in a YouTube reel or something. But
Yeah, we'll
thank
throw it out
you
there. Yeah, we'll do
again.
that. Yeah. Come on.
When
Oh.
I first got on, you know, when I first started, the company had just moved from 3,000 square foot building to a 25,000 square foot building, and I was asked, to interview for the sales manager position. I show up to the building and no sign, nothing. I walk in. There's nothing on the walls. There's no furniture. No nothing, and I'm like, holy crap. What did I sign up for? Where the hell am I interviewing? Wait 10 minutes later, Ray shows up 5 minutes late, kicks in the door, looks both ways. And he said, looks like I'm interviewing you. And I said, yes, sir. Yeah, let's get it on. We walked into his office, and his office was set up. Thank goodness, he had chairs and a nice desk and the pictures of his family up, and he closed the door, and I sat down and I was like, cool. Okay. All right. We're good. They're moving it, that's official. But 15 seconds later, I had to work for Recteq. He offered me a job, but I was going to beg him. I was going to mop floors. I was going to clean the toilets. I was going to do whatever it takes to work for Ray. Like he completely and utterly sold me the moment I met eyes with him. They were dedicated, to making that grill as strong as possible. Not cutting any corners, making it sexy. Doing all of those good things. We're super, super dedicated to it. Sold me on that. And then he said something to me that like kind of clicked. He was like, we're going to try to, bring back that old school customer service. And I was like, old school customer service. He was like, back in the day, you would go to the grocery store and the guy would beg you to take your groceries out and put them in your car. They would beg you to pump your gas. They would take extra care to wipe the gas nozzle to make sure no gas fell on the floor. He was like, I want to bring back, kind of that old school customer service. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, hell yeah. He was like, cool, you're starting, July 4th. I was like, it was like a Monday. It fell on a Monday or something like that. And I was like, okay. He was like, I want you to take, read the website front to back, just know the website by the time you get here. And I knew the website. I just went over it and over it and over it and just read everything. It was kind of basic and simple at the time, but that was my first like step into pellet grills. Here in Augusta, Georgia, there's no grill companies here. There's no real good barbecue. Amazing hospitality because of the Augusta National.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of foreign. So it didn't take it. It should have taken some convincing for me to start at a grill company, where we are, but it definitely didn't take any time.
No. I bet. So how long have you been with them?
It'll be 10 years, July 4th.
10 years. Okay.
Yeah, this year.
I
Yep.
said that. Yep. 10 years this year. Wow.
Yeah, I was fifth employee hired.
That's
Oh, wow.
awesome.
wow.
That is
Yeah,
super awesome, man.
Dude,
We've
that's
still got
Yeah.
we still got employee number 2 and number 4, before me that still work here at Recteq as well. So
Wow. Very cool.
Oh, what happened to 3?
Uh-oh.
Nobody talks
We don't
about
talk
that.
about that.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah,
really
no,
talks about it. You know,
Oh man.
Okay, I'm not
But
trying
yeah.
to stir up any kind of drama here, but
please.
you
Yeah.
mentioned you were the bulldog, and there might be some like folks that are supposed to be representing Recteq that are not doing their job. Is that really a thing? You don't have to drop any names here, but is there actually folks out there that don't do what they're supposed to do?
No, it's more or less like, because there's a lot of keyboard cowboys out there,
Mhm.
and it's just a lot of folks that say, no, I just because they have the product, doesn't necessarily mean that they represent the company, and they may go and create some kind of
Yeah,
drama
they make a
on
level
a
mistake
Facebook
and cut 'em
post.
off.
We even look at, like our Google, when people leave bad reviews, we actually track those people down and like try.
Show up at their house.
It's crazy. You guys are going to think this is
Hey.
crazy,
Yep.
but we actually track them down and try to solve their problem. So,
Oh,
I was going somewhere else with that.
Yeah.
no, that could
Like
cause
when
an
you got-
issue.
Uncle Louie, cousin Vinny shows up at the door. Hey, here's your little
Nah.
problem. Yeah,
No, and we
What?
get a little bit of flack about that as well, because again, some folks think it's, you're trying to cover it up because you're trying to talk to those people and get them to take down that review. It's like, well, yeah, we're trying to get them to take down the review because we want to fix the problem. We really want to get down to it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Your phone number that you left in our system isn't working. The email that you left in our system isn't working, but we see you left a Google review. So let's try to let's try to connect that way. So that's another fun, part of my job, and the people that work, in the marketing department is, I don't know many companies that kind of monitor Facebook groups and monitor the internet and try to take the extra effort in customer service to like talk to those people, because and Facebook kind of makes it hard. We actually had to create it's actually one of my accounts, a Recteq Jody account alias, and that's the only way that we can kind of reach out to people, because it's like an actual person. It's not like a business or a group.
Business
You
right,
can't really
can't
reach
really-
out via the business accounts. So if you see Recteq Jody out there, there's about 5 or 6 people with that account just trying to track folks down and say, hey man, how can we solve your issue? But it's fun. It really is.
You don't see that very often, and that's commendable, man. Anybody that gives you flack for something like that is like, man, if you had an issue with something and the person never contacted you, you would just feel like, oh, I'm never going to deal with that person
Right.
again, right?
Right.
But you had an issue and you voiced your concern. Then they reached out and said, hey, we want to help you fix this. What can we do? And then get involved. And they're like, holy shit. These people reached out to me. They fixed
Yeah.
all of my issues. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm a loyal customer. I'm going to
Yes,
tell
yeah.
about 15 million people everything you've done.
Well, first you
you
feel like
know.
a jerk because you were probably an asshole.
Probably.
And then now the company is actually like, hey, we're sorry you had an issue, but let's resolve it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
help you out. And now you're like, God, man, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Let me just delete that.
Made a mistake.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because nobody ever calls the company to say, "Man, we love you guys. Y'all are the best. All right, have a
Right,
great
right,
week." Like they always call to, if they have an issue, they want to get resolved or questioned.
Oh,
So,
sure. Sure.
but yeah, again, and it's just that's not very hard for us to do. You know what I'm saying? Like in the business aspect, we've got a couple of folks on it. They're also answering phone calls, but that's like their side job as well. So from like a business and money standpoint or number standpoint, it's really, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do the extra stuff, you got to have those folks on, on the social. We really, it's really us in the little chat bots. It's really a person. You can call. Ray really gives his cell phone number with every grill purchase. Every grill has a printed card in there that has Ray's cell phone number, personal cell phone number, Ben's personal cell phone number in there, and of course the office number too. But they still, give out that information. And Ray doesn't really get that many phone calls. He'll get some. A lot of people will test it,
Yeah,
of
like, is this
course.
real?
Yeah. Prank call.
Um,
Oh, I would prank
but,
call this dude. I'm gonna call Ray.
I'm gonna order
no,
it.
it's
The number.
Get the number.
crazy. It's crazy. Not a lot of prank calls. Not as many as you would think. But I've
Is
been,
your refrigerator running? So good.
I've been at Thanksgiving where his phone rang and he picked it up, and what was it? It was a customer calling, asking questions. So it's
How do I smoke turkey?
Right.
yeah. Hey, how do I start this thing? Well, did you put pellets in it? Well, I plugged it in and turned it on. Well, you have to put pellets in it, sir. Oh, okay. All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Not a
Take
microwave.
care.
Yep.
I love it. That is beautiful. That is so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No,
I've never
one of our
actually-
best customers. God bless him. I can say his name. His name's Paul. He lives in Georgia. He runs the city pool at his city. It's not the city pool. It's actually the only pool in the city. It's at his house, and he calls us faithfully about every 3 months. In summer, he'll FaceTime one of our other reps. Hey man, I'm at my pool. My grill's running. Look at all the ladies in the pool, and but all that stems from he called us 97 times on a Saturday, left probably 47 messages, and we came in on a Monday morning to his 97 missed calls and all of his messages, and we literally sat down and listened to all of his messages, and we can hear the progression of 1 beer to 3 beers to 7 beers to 12 beers and a shot to he's throwing a party. And and we called him back the next day, and he was grateful for our call back but very ashamed. Asked us to never let anybody listen to those tapes. Of course, we didn't.
Right.
I've emailed them probably 1,000 times to several hundred people.
Your
We,
secret
we need to
safe
get
with
we need to
me.
get Paul on the episode. We need to interview
Oh
Paul.
man, that would be amazing. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's cool little connections like that. That's what makes, I don't know, the barbecue business or this business, and I'm sure it's like that for a lot of other brands. But I don't see myself going crazy over an Apple iPhone or or anything like that. It's super humbling when you run into folks like at a barbecue comp or a competition, a sporting event, and they're like, hey, the Recteq guy, I love my grill. I was like, man,
Right.
you watched enough stuff to where you know who I am. That's humbling. So it's awesome.
Yeah, we always talk about we're always promoting the podcast and we're always trying to get out there, but when end of the day, it's like you're really trying to sell yourself, and then when you have a product like Recteq, you're not only buying the product, but you're buying the people behind it. So you have to be the people out front, and the people have to gravitate towards that. They have to latch onto that. They have to I like these people. I like the product. I like the people. I can get behind that as opposed to something else that's out there that might be I don't know, a cheaper. I can just get this at XYZ and it's just so much cheaper, but then something happens and you
Or
can't get
even more expensive.
or more expensive.
That's the deal, right?
There's plenty of things
you
out
pay
there
more
more
money.
expensive that you can't get a hold of anybody.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Who-
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
and-
actually got to play with a Recteq. I've seen them and I've opened them and poked them and
Yeah,
whatever, but
yeah.
I've not got to use one. But only thing I always hear is the customer service is the best. Like that's what you hear on everyone's always like, which pellet grill should I get in all these groups that I'm in? And I always hear Recteq. They have the best customer service, but you never need them because it just always works. Like you don't ever have an issue with those. They just always work.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
There's issues, but
Definitely.
still, they're managed,
I don't know.
right? They're managed.
Yeah, I mean it's a working. It's got things that can go wrong. It's got motors, it's got electronics. All of that stuff can go wrong. But again, we have an amazing quality control team, amazing sourcing team. And again, we've been in the business, going on 15 years this year, and we've seen a lot of brands come and go. And the relationships, connections that we've made, have allowed us to outlast a lot of those that, I thought would still be here. So it's all of that it's from top to bottom. Great sourcing, just wanting to have a great product and not worry about it. It's easy to work here too because I don't have to, really sell the product. You know what I'm saying? I can just talk about it because it just works. The first day I got mine, I turned it on. I didn't know, I knew about smoking. I had a gas grill, I had a charcoal grill. I knew about smoking. But I knocked a pork butt right out of the park, right out of the box, and I was sold. But I'm the worst consumer. Like, I don't ever call or contact or anything. It's like
I don't either.
I'm always like,
I'm right
oh
there
man,
with you, man.
I'm the idiot. I've screwed this up. I'm not gonna call somebody and mess up their
Very
day
normal.
because of something that I messed up with. Let me try to watch a couple of YouTube videos. Let me try to fix this. That's the kind of consumer I am. Or either I buy a new one. I definitely don't call and try to make a connection with somebody over the phone to fix. Because again,
No.
in that moment, I'm overly frustrated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
No, I
probably
know
going to lose my
exactly what
top.
you're saying. I'm the guy that turns into a charcoal grill and never talks about it again. You know what I mean? I'm that idiot. So like, and I'll keep it forever. And I'm like, yeah, that's a charcoal Recteq. You know what I mean? I just will never say another damn word about it, right? And I'm just telling you, right? I know it sounds crazy, but that's the kind of shit I would do.
God,
Whatever.
funny.
But you're right. I'm not calling customer service to
Mm.
talk to somebody like, hey, this is going on or whatever else. You're right. I would just go out and buy a different one or buy another one.
I absolutely have done. I've called
Right.
in many, many times to other companies, and it's not always pleasant. A lot of
No,
times it's like freaking 45 minutes of that hold music. And I'm like, God, I'm just put the shit to the curb and go buy another one.
That's it.
because I don't
That's
want to
it.
deal with it. It's
Yeah.
frustrating.
I called Comcast once in my life as like a
Oh, God,
call.
yeah.
I'm going to call somebody. Let me get this issue resolved. Called Comcast once. I'm never calling anybody ever again. I will watch a YouTube video. I'll ask my wife to help me before,
Right.
I do anything.
That's funny. That's funny. Hey, let me ask you a question. When y'all are trying to innovate for these products, right? And you've got several different models out there, and I hope you get a chance to go through those here in a second. But when you're trying to innovate and change and add on to, how are you guys approaching that? Is it all R&D in house? Are y'all going out and or is it some master scientist like builder going, you know what? I think we did this and this, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? How does that process work?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. It's really a mixture of all of that.
Okay.
We purchase every grill, under the sun. We've got a team that goes to all of the conventions and all of the new product innovation showcases and things of that nature. Um, uh, Recently, innovation has been top of mind and really pushed to the forefront of our business model.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, no, our head of product innovation, Ben Lasaft, who was our former GM, employee number 2. He is our mad scientist. He gets crazy ideas and runs with them, just like the Smokestone, the world's first pellet fueled griddle. Instead of propane, it uses pellets. That was all our product development team. And again, I can't speak very eloquently, but I can say that there's a lot of learning from other folks. There's a lot of that. I wasn't always in the grill business. I was in F&B, food and beverage. I ran a restaurant and was a bartender and did all of those jobs under the sun. So I don't have a degree in engineering. I just have the experience, and have used our product a lot more than most folks and other grills more than most folks. So I guess that's why they listen to me a little bit. But we also have customers calling and saying, "Man, I really would like this." We listen to our customers as well. But it's just it's just a mixture of all of that. And we even have Ray. Ray and Ron have come up with crazy ideas. It was their crazy idea. That started it all. So we definitely listen to them when they speak still, for sure.
Nice.
You
So-
just touched on. I'm sorry.
Good.
You just touched on the Smokestone griddle. I
Yes, sir.
saw that and I was like, I guess it's probably the same question you get from everybody. Does it get hot enough?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it definitely gets hot enough. It gets over 600 degrees. It's got low, medium, high, and riot mode, or super high, or very hot. For some folks that don't understand, our riot mode. Um, but it's awesome. I love that thing. I've got one on my back porch. Saturday and Sunday breakfasts always. A lot of stir fry. A lot of fried rice over here. But yeah, the world's first pellet fueled griddle. It's a lot different from gas griddles because you're getting that wood fired flavor. It's getting kissed by smoke because the fire pot is it has a deflector over the fire pot that deflects it evenly 360 degrees. We've got our plate that sits on top, our griddle plate, cold rolled steel, comes pre-seasoned, so you don't have to season it. You don't have to go through the seasoning process. You just turn the bad boy on and go. But 360 degrees of smoke is coming out of that. Of course, with the lid open, you're not going to get a lot of smoke. But when you close that lid, man, you're getting that waft of smoke. You're getting the heat. It's acting, like a convection cooker. You're using the top as well as the bottom to cook the food. So that's a lot different as well. But with the PID controller, it's super consistent temperatures. I don't need a heat zone. It's one solid temperature across the whole griddle. Of course, near the drain, it's a little cooler because the drain is a hole. But man, and it's solid too. That was one of my key takeaways when I first saw it, when it was first introduced, is because I see a lot of the griddles. I'll go and I'll bump into them, at the store, and of course you'll get the the wobblies out of them.
Yep.
But super sturdy base, stainless steel. You're not to get, it's not going to warp, rust, corrode, fade, and that's another thing. We have more stainless steel, than any other pellet grill in our range. So it's going to last a lifetime. You're going to be able to, hand it down to folks. And that's another cool thing that we can kind of contribute to the growing of the Recteq community is that grill lasting so long. So father-in-laws are able to pass it down to their son-in-laws and get them a new one. And then of course they've got two in the family, and then the neighbor gets one. I can't tell you, how many times folks will, just call us or stop by the retail areas and say, man, I got my whole cul-de-sac started on Recteq, or the whole street, has a Recteq because of me. So, but again, it just all goes down back to build quality, and customer service. That's just really what it all boils down to, and just trying to be really, really good at that.
Jody, you already got us sold. So, and hopefully the listeners that are listening along, they're sold and they're going to check out your products. We always go, and I know we're going to run into the list of some of the stuff that you put out there, but I always like to ask, and maybe I'm being premature on this right here.
Go for it.
We always do a barbecue fail on the show, and all the guests that we have on, we always either try to come up with an icebreaker question, which we already moved way past icebreaker mode.
Broken. It's already broken.
Yeah. But we always ask, everybody fails at what they're doing, whether they're barbecuing or doing whatever profession it is. And so they learn from their mistakes. But we have a barbecue fail /win segment on the podcast. And anything jumps out in your mind as far as a barbecue fail?
Yeah, no, I'd love to teach some folks and to help them learn from my mistakes for sure. Dude, the swine apple, cheese and crackers. I don't think I could ever get that damn thing right. I really think it's like the acidity in the pineapple. But every time I make a swine apple, it's the pineapple cored out, with and I like to go ahead and just cook the tenderloins, par cook the tenderloins, and then there's tenderloins on the inside, and then you wrap it in bacon, and then you leave the pineapple top. Every time I cook that, the tenderloins on the inside, or any kind of pork that I put on the inside, is real gritty. It's got like a weird texture to it, and I really, think it's the acidity in the pineapple that really
Yes.
throws that off. But
The
if
enzyme.
there's anybody out there that can help me or teach me how to cook a swine apple, man, I can't
So-
I
like
can't
you were
cook one
saying,
right.
There's an enzyme.
So the enzyme in pineapple is actually eating
it's a
you.
natural meat tenderizer, right?
It's
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
you. So like even when you when you put it in your mouth, start chewing it up, and you have that weird kind of like feeling on your
Mouthful,
your
like
mouth.
you just brush your inside of your mouth with some like a grill brush.
Right, yeah, your cheeks and whatever else. It's because the enzyme itself is actually feeding on you itself, right? I think I read this somewhere. I don't know why it's coming back to me. It's all in a
Love that.
haze. But yeah, I don't know. But I've never done this. I've
Never
never actually
heard of a swine apple.
No,
Yeah,
never.
check it out.
you
There's
blew my mind
probably a
there.
lot of different versions of it,
Okay.
but it's a pineapple cored out, with pork stuff in it, wrapped in bacon, grilled. But
Sounds good.
Yeah,
try
it
to
does
do
sound
that, man, probably 10 times, and people asked me to cook it for them. I've cooked it and I've been like, man, this sucks, but they still liked it, drown it in sauce and it's fine for a lot of people. But
So does
Yeah,
your
right.
does your chicken you cook inside of a watermelon turn out way better?
man, I was hoping you were going to ask about that. I really was.
This guy.
If
This
you're
guy.
looking for a good time,
Yeah,
check
right.
out that comment section.
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers.
Did you have to shut it down?
Well, all right. So I think, and please tell me to get off of one subject if I go to a weird subject for y'all. But like social media, I absolutely love it, and I try to figure it out, and I try to like play with it. And I've cut the comment section off, and people have started to go to other videos and comment. Hey man, you need to cut the comments back onto that video. I've got something to say. Hey, and they've circumvented me, and they'll share it on their
Yeah.
video they'll share it on their post
But
with
you're
their
right.
comments.
Yeah. Right.
But then I'll cut the comments back on, and it goes crazy. And I actually went like 5 or 6 days, and I cut the comments off, and I've recently cut them back on after like 2 days. And again, this video has taken off. It's gone from like 7 million to like 10 million views. And I don't know if it's the subject matter, the watermelon chicken. I can't take credit for that original idea. But there, some folks, it really struck a chord with a lot of folks.
Oh wow.
I didn't even see this video. Was it
You didn't see it?
was it tasty?
Yeah,
or-
follow me at Barbecue Dad Jody.
Yeah.
It's one of my pinned posts.
Okay. I'll check it out.
But before
it
this,
good?
before I
Was
got
it
on
good?
with y'all, no, I just tasted like boiled chicken.
Okay. Jeez.
You could kind of smell a little bit of watermelon. You couldn't taste it. You could kind of smell a little rind. But no, it was just like a boiled chicken. But actually, he wasn't our customer at the time. But Gerald Swindle, who's a professional fisherman on the Bass Pro, or they call him the G-Man, but he cooked a watermelon chicken, and I just happened to follow him on social, and I said, wow, a watermelon side of a chicken. Uh,
Nope. We lost him.
Oh no.
His battery die?
Yeah, the way it ended, yeah, probably did. Probably did. Damn, and we're so close to getting the secrets there. I was thinking a boiled chicken. So then my head started turning. I was like, okay, dude, what if you pull it out, then you flash fried that stuff, or you put some grilled
Yeah, did you
marks
think
on
I
it?
was joking when I brought that up or
Yeah, no,
something?
we
Like,
I was
No, I
really
didn't know what
thinking
you're
of
getting
like Lainey Wilson and Watermelon Moonshine. I was like, man, Lainey Wilson.
there was two
Jesus,
videos of
James.
his.
Quit looking up in the air.
Yeah,
Super
I'm
weird.
looking-
She's not up there.
She's there.
There we go.
Okay.
No,
We're back
she's-
on.
He's back.
Joey's
We're back.
He's back.
Nope. Hold on, Jody. Let's get you in here. Can you hear us?
Oh, good.
He's there. Hold on. All right, buddy.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Where did I drop off at?
Now you're saying that your
Fisherman buddy.
fisherman buddy had made it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
then-
Gerald.
then you-
He cooked it, and I was like, wow, that's really cool content. I think we made it maybe during COVID or like just after COVID, and I've shared that video probably like 4 or 5 times, like over a 2 or 3 year period. And I guess it was a combination of the right song. It had words on it. This is the first time I ever shared it, with words or text, on the video. But it popped off. Just, pretty proud of it, but not
Yeah.
the comments, but I'm proud of the video.
No, listen. It's
Views are views.
It's just being a content creator, right? Listen,
Yeah.
there's no good, bad. There's no whatever. It's just this is a unique idea, and I've seen people cook things in watermelon already, right? And whatever. It's odd. It's a little. 'Cause I think a toothpick, right? You toothpick the sides maybe or something to keep it pin it. But no, there's nothing wrong with that or whatever else. We did one where it was the chicken, and then we did under the breast of the skin, we cut the lime, and we added the chicken titties.
It gave it
And
boobs.
then
Yeah.
so we have when you open the grill, it's just there, and the camera pans by it kind of slow, right? But it's a very nonchalant way of doing it. And then we had this koozie that every time you put a beer in it, there's a surfer dude, but it has this banana that comes out of his pant, right? On the side of the koozie. So when you put it in, it's like click and then out, right? And so all of a sudden it pans across, and all of a sudden you see the surfer guy, and then he goes, dude, it's so freaking good.
Yeah, we got like 7 views.
No, I know the video has not done well, but I think we're missing. It's got to be the sound. It's got to be. If we just keep playing with it,
More inappropriate, probably.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just gonna go, man. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but that's how all great, content
Yeah.
starts, is that amazing idea. And it's, the combination of, all those things that the algorithm, wants to push. So
Right.
That's it, man.
So
So
the science that we don't understand.
yeah, I was actually thinking.
yeah, and they don't teach.
Yeah,
No.
They don't let anybody know about. Like, that's like, golly, y'all.
it is frustrating.
Or at least it's out of my pay bracket, and I don't know about the class that they offer or whatever. So
Right. So what's next for Recteq this year? I mean, obviously y'all have something new coming out. You're working. You have the new griddle.
have a new
yeah, the
built
Smokestone.
into- Okay.
Yeah, we just introduced our one of our larger models, the Flagship XL. It's 1,400 square inches pellet grill.
Wow.
And with a 60-pound hopper. Man, it's like cooking in 2 area codes. We have the BFG, which is 2,500 square inches. So we wanted something just a little bit smaller for that. We just had a gap in products there. So we added the 1,400, as well as our new E-Series built-in. So, we kind of went a little overboard, a little over-engineered with the E-Series. So the E stands for Elite. And it's a big jump in anything that we've seen, recently from us. It's the build quality is absolutely amazing. 100% stainless steel. Again, you have to really get in front of this thing and lift the lid and look at it. But it's a complete built-in model. We actually offer it on BBQGuys.com as well. So that's another cool partnership that we've made throughout the years.
No kidding. No kidding, man. That is freaking badass. That is badass.
And when I started, we were going to be, direct to consumer, online only. We've recently just pushed, to being in retail, smaller retails, no big box store locations or anything like that. But smaller retailers like Ace Hardware and Shields are also carrying our products. So we're excited to partner with those folks as well.
Shields is amazing.
Such a cool store.
Aren't they cool?
Well, I've never been to one, but I've only heard stories about the crazy customer
gotta go.
service or like the crazy knowledge that the departmental people
Yes.
have. Like if you go in there for fishing, the dude that's at the fishing area is going to know more than fishing 1,000 times more than you. Like, and the same thing about the barbecue area.
Yeah.
But that's a really cool concept. I love that. You know, and it fits perfect, you know, with Recteq too, because, you know, we overdo things as well. So, you know, if we've got somebody that's really up on their barbecue knowledge, you know, they're of course going to push them, you know, in our direction, of course. So we're excited. You know, it's always easier when folks are able to see it, feel it, touch it. You know, for me, I'm not going to, again, going back to being a crazy consumer, I'm not going to pull the trigger on anything that, you know, I can't see, feel, touch, or anything like that. So it's awesome to have areas and locations for folks to actually be able to touch and look at the product and to debate. You know, they can go home and talk to their families about it and bring their families up there to even touch it and feel it. So it's not so much of a blind, you know, purchase. You know, it's
Right.
and
Right.
getting it on but the feeling of and seeing it, you know, on the pallet, getting loaded off of the truck, you know, and that, you know, the guys pallet jacking it to your to the garage. There's nothing like that of a you know, that's the funnest purchase for me. And then seeing my wife's reaction, like, did you really?
Another one?
You know, so
Another one? Yeah. Right. No.
you could have just went and picked it up.
Yeah. Right. Right. No, I totally agree with you. Yeah. So we actually we did a little thing with Shields and their university in Fargo,
Oh,
North
cool.
Dakota. And we went up and we got to do a class. And you're exactly right. It's their university is they did almost 2 days of barbecue.
All their employees, whatever.
So barbecue teaching. So they were cooking on different barbecue pits. So we're there like, hey, we're making brisket and we're given a barbecue pit and we're teaching them how to use this type of. So it could have been whatever Shields carries, right? The same with knives. The same with bows. How to string your bow. How to shoot
That's
a
so
bow.
cool.
How to cast iron cooking. And all these guys had to go through cast iron classes and how it's made, and then how to season one, and then how to actually cook on these things. Listen, this thing went on for 3 days. It was 6 a.m. They're up. This is like 100 people work for this company.
Yeah.
6 a.m. They're up, and they're going through classes from 6 a.m. all the way until the evening time. There's no drinking. There's no. It's all fun
For them, there was no drinking.
Yeah, for them.
For us, there was some
It
drinking.
was probably drinking for but they're learning so much. What was the one thing that I was talking about? It was super weird that
That's so cool.
they were like, I cannot believe they brought in another company to help them make. They had to make something. I can't remember. Oh, reloads. They were doing their own damn reloads for guns. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they
literally teach everything.
They have to know how to do it and be able to talk about it and to sell it and be informative.
Right.
And I thought that was like really neat. But so I you know what? I 100% agree with you. I think that is a very, really good match between you guys because they have an awesome customer service. And I think you guys pride yourselves on y'all's customer service as well.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if y'all aren't out there next year, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, because they had folks from all the different grill companies out there doing their thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. You know, heck, we do. If y'all didn't know, we do actually barbecue academies at both of our locations here in Augusta, Georgia, as well as our Lehigh, Utah location.
Nice.
So, yeah, no, teaching barbecues right up our alley. You know, that's we love doing that, and that's that comes second nature around here. So,
Yep.
that's awesome. Love hearing that, and that's crazy. How many? And I'm probably gonna get killed at work for this, but like, how many stores do they have?
So they don't have a ton, but they're spread out through kind of the Midwest. Like Texas has one store.
Oh, cool.
I think it's in the Dallas area. Somebody said it had an ice skating rink inside. I don't believe them, but they actually may have one inside. I know they have bowling alley. And they'll have like a Ferris wheel inside, and they have a restaurant inside. It's not like you know what I mean? It's not
Really?
They're taking
Yeah,
over.
I'm being dead serious.
They're taking
That's
over.
so cool. It's
Yeah,
like a
it-
yeah.
Bass
It's like a
Pro
cooler
on
Buc-ee's.
steroids.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a Buc-ee's, an amusement store, and a
That's
I
so
don't know,
cool.
yeah, whatever had a baby or something. It called it
We need
Shield.
something like that in Georgia
Yeah.
for sure.
Academy. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, and hell, I mean, I know they're expanding, so I know that they
That's so
have an
cool.
aggressive growth, but they're doing it. They're being very calculated with it. So
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's cool that they're able to still like get everybody together and orchestrate a university or an academy of sorts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
To go above and beyond. Again, for the customers, of course, ultimately, but it definitely helps sell the product when you've got a knowledgeable person there talking about it for sure.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. No, I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Could not agree more.
Hey Jody, so for the people that's just tuning in for the first time, that have this first time just coming across Recteq,
Yep.
where do they need to go to try to soak up as much information about Recteq and maybe possibly point them in the right direction for the cooker that they might be looking for?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Thank you, guys. Definitely check out our website. It's a wealth of knowledge, recteq.com, recteq.com. We've got an amazing YouTube channel. Just search Recteq, RECTEQ, excuse me, as well as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Man, they've probably even got a Snapchat over there. I promise you. But any social media handle that you have, we've got an account, and we use it regularly. That's another thing that kind of sets us apart is we definitely go ham on social, but I was tell folks to check out the website. There's a lot of great information, a lot of FAQs, and it's not very selly. That's why I like it. You're not being bombarded. Of course, we're going to hit you with that pop up to join our email list, but after that, you read through it. It's you're actually getting questions answered, and a lot of great reviews in there too. Check out the Google reviews. That's a tried and true place to check it out. We've got, I think last time I checked, it was like 4.7 or 4.8. You could also download our app. We've got a Recteq app. Just search it in the Google Play or Apple App Store. Last time I checked, it was the #1 rated grilling app amongst us and all of our competitors. So that's something to hang our hat on. It's crazy. When we started to do the Wi-Fi and the app, we turned it to a tech company, and we didn't realize it at the time, but we immediately, realized that holy crap, we can't fix all of this stuff. We need some IT people because we have no idea what pill we've swallowed.
Yeah, right.
Just unplug it, plug it back in.
It's so crazy. I could go and work for a website building company or an app building company just from sitting in on all the stuff that we have to do, and never in a million years would I think that I would know how to build an app or even start to build an app. But another cool thing that I can check off the old bucket list.
No, I agree with you. I feel like with all the AI talk that we have nowadays, it's going to be like an AI controlled device one day where it's already like it's like, hey, Recteq, what do we have?
Neuralink.
Yeah.
Right.
What are we doing for dinner tonight? And it's going to tell you what you're doing, and then you're literally going to walk it out and give it to it. Like, here you go, Recteq, and then you're going to go away, and it's going to come back and have it all done for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And then you can just download, hey, I want to do this diet, and hey,
there it is.
Put in the carnivore diet, and can I bake brownies today? No. You're just eating meat.
Yeah.
Like restricts you.
That diet sounds stupid.
I'm just like, at one point in time, when are we going to be outside just drinking beer with the hey, I got a grill, all right? If you get to the point where AI and all that stuff does it for you, then now you don't have that, like, I got to operate the grill. I mean, this thing doesn't work itself.
We got to make sure
I have to click the tongs a couple times. I have to rotate meat and stuff. I got to be out there, babe.
There it is. I got to make sure the AI doesn't take over the world.
Right.
Skynet, I don't know.
Yeah.
No. Man, Jody, we definitely appreciate you joining the team here today. It's been
thank you guys for having me.
long time coming. I think, and yeah, I was super excited. Well, obviously, we just got internet too. Like we're in the backwoods, so we last month, it seems like now our internet's been down for a few days here in the studio, so it's been rough trying to do some interviews. So I was glad that I didn't want to cancel this one, right? I was like, geez, we got to figure something out. I got to run a cord across the street, tap into somebody else's internet. I'm not sure how internet works. I'm just saying these are things that I was thinking about. So I'm super glad that we were able to get this connection. Hopefully, this is not the last time we get to meet. Because
No,
I would like to
you guys just let me know where you guys are headed. I'm up and down. With work, it's really cool. We were just in Dallas, last week. So we've got to go back to Texas, and we'll end up in. It sounds like we're going to go to North Dakota or Fargo here soon too. But yeah, I'd love to meet up with you guys. Drink some beers and cook something, and figure it all out. Because again, that's what happens when you get folks together. Is we figure it all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Solve all the world's problems one grill at a time.
Yep. That's right, man. That's right. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. And
appreciate it, Joey.
For those of you who just now tuned in, these guys are awesome. Make sure you follow them on social, and make sure you subscribe to their podcast wherever you can find podcasts.
There it is.
Right.
Come on.
I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night. Y'all too.
Dude, great interview.
Yeah.
Great interview.
Awesome guy. Super friendly.
Yeah.
Super knowledgeable.
We got to reach out. We got to make him make sure we're staying in contact, because I'm sure, obviously he does a lot in social media, and just the different viewpoints and whatever else. It's a wealth of knowledge right there.
Yeah, go look up his hog soup recipe he did too.
Hog soup?
Hog head soup. Just a
nice.
big old head of a hog inside of a big old pot cooking.
There it is.
Yeah, go look that up, John.
I don't know if I
I
want
need
to.
it. I need
that's
it.
fine.
Sounds
Do you need it?
delicious.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, at
would
least
I would
once.
try it, I guess.
pork.
Yeah.
It's the other white meat.
The other white meat.
It's pork. It's the other white meat. No,
John,
it's
I
fine.
could use a beer.
Yeah. You guys want to slide into the grab 'em and a brisket?
Beer review. James didn't
Shot,
contribute.
shot.
What is that?
We get the big can today.
Jackpot.
Ooh, James got the big cans.
Oh, is this from our
This
good
is
personal
from-
friends at Saloon Door?
This is from Derek over there at Saloon Door Brewery West.
West Side.
This is the Pearland location.
Can I just say I love the artwork?
It's very minimalistic can.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry. I'm colorblind. I'll be able to talk about this one really well, so it's fine.
So this is their. Let me see if I can remember this correctly. So it was the B52 smoothie sour.
Oh god, we haven't had one of these in a while.
Yeah, that's what I said. He got another one, an oatmeal one, but I was like, no, we need to do the smoothie sour. We haven't done a sour or a smoothie in quite a while. So,
Did it shake it up or anything?
They say no.
Shake it
so.
and we just hit spring. It's spring. This feels like a spring beer.
It's the
maybe.
spring beer.
It's a spring beer. I don't know.
Take one
You
down,
guys are
pass
stupid.
it around.
Yeah.
We can go and get here. I'm going to get
We just hit the spring
What's the
beer.
color look like? Talk about the color, man.
I would tell you if it wasn't just foam on top.
What's the foam look
But
like?
it definitely smells like
Big bubbles
it's
or little
definitely
bubbles?
a fruity sour. You can definitely smell that.
A flower, if
that-
you will.
Looks very
Sure, I'll allow it.
looks very juicy.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting. I'm understanding why they call it smoothie.
Can I just say I was a little jealous that we didn't get to try the beer y'all did last week?
Yeah, yeah.
What was it?
Oh, so good.
Crank the AC.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Crank that AC.
Crank that AC. Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Was it?
Yeah, it really was. This beer is weird.
get into it.
It doesn't look weird. It looks like a normal beer
Looks
almost.
like normal beer.
It's like it's separating or something. I don't know.
It smells like
A smoothie.
cat food.
What?
I'm sorry.
Are you having a
Yeah.
stroke?
Maybe.
It does not smell the greatest.
Did you try this
aren't
one?
picking up a little bit of
Like a banana.
something?
Did you try this at the brewery?
I tried a sip of it. My nephew Keegan ordered it.
Shout out to Keegan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
This is a little bit delightful.
Yeah. Hey. Whoa. Whoa.
You look like you had a little twitch there.
6%.
I was expecting a little more sour, but it was the smoothie, I think, counteracted. I don't know. This is pretty okay.
That's really good. It's alcohol on the end, right?
Okay.
Your face.
So, are you gonna cry? Like,
His
are you
mouth
okay?
likes it, but his face hates it.
Yeah, it's sour. It's a sour. It's a little gritty. What is that?
I don't know. I'm going to use a fork.
It's nice.
I like it. I like this a lot.
I'm definitely getting the banana for sure.
Is it banana? Grapefruit?
Papaya. I think.
I'm getting
mango and papaya for sure.
Jesus.
neither one of those are in this. I
What do
guarantee
we?
you.
Okay.
You want to go first, Jan?
What color is that?
I'm gonna go with
Brown?
golden yellow.
Golden yellow.
It looks like somebody who does not drink enough water. Pissed in your
Yes, there
cup.
you go. Perfect.
Dude.
Like they probably have kidney issues, I think.
Okay, chug
wow. There it is. There it is.
It's great. It's super. It's refreshing. It's tart. There's a little bit of a thing happening.
I want to try that.
it. Today I learned that Jan does not have a high sour tolerance.
I'm gonna score this really quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
7-0.
Oh, what, are you okay? Are you gonna be okay?
What?
Woo! At the
get
very
it?
end there.
You get
Yeah,
it?
it's got a little.
You get it?
Yep.
Okay. 7-0. That's a 7-0, man. It's really good.
It is good. You're low though.
You
You're
think,
low.
you think I'm too low?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I mean, no matter what.
You can't say really good and then give it a 7.
Yeah, doesn't matter. My score's already locked in, but I'll just one more, I'll just for shits and giggles.
You have one freebie, one phone a friend. I can hear that thing was really picking it up. These new mics are like
It's a 7-0.
okay, Matt.
I mean, I can drink the shit out of it. I just don't know if I want to drink.
I kind of do. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay,
Where you at, Matt?
Where are you
I'm
at?
at a 6-7.
Right there, Matt.
I'm at a 6-7.
Right there, Matt. Come on, bring it in.
Bring it
in.
I like it. I like
He
it.
said it's okay. You said it's really good, and
It's
you
good.
guys are 0.3
7's a good
apart.
score.
Yeah, but it's not a really good score.
Sure it is.
It's just
Okay.
like it's a
It's
little,
not a really great.
It's got a little watery taste. Do you get that?
Yeah.
It's a little bit watery. Like you could use a little bit something extra.
Really?
And honestly, it does not taste sour to me at all.
I think it's
Not
the right
even a
amount of
little
sour. It is sour. It's not super sour. No, it's not like some of them where you're like, what is the point of that? Like, why are you doing that to me? But I think it's good. I like this a lot. I'm going to go higher than you. I'm going to go. This is good, bro. I'm going 8.3. This is good.
Oh.
I like
wow.
this. I would drink it. Do you have
I
more?
had you
I'll drink
pegged
more.
at a 7-8. It's
All right,
empty.
you know, first thought in my head was 7.8. I was like,
Yeah.
no, this is higher than
I know.
7.8.
You were 7.8.
I was.
You should have said
This is-
7.8.
nope, I'm sorry.
So you're gonna go to Saloon Door. This is the first beer you're gonna get.
Yeah, of course he is.
Maybe.
He loves them.
But I really like
He's gonna
their
marry it.
ridiculous
All the
AF.
Fs. All the
and
Fs are
their
really good.
Why
Whatever.
don't you go marry a little sloot smoothie over here?
Sloot?
Yeah, you know what word I'm saying.
Smoothie.
Sloothy?
How alcoholic is this?
Yeah.
What's the percentage?
6.
Yeah, it's not strong enough to be talking like that.
All right, James.
James?
All right, I'll cap it off with probably just a good solid 7.1.
You couldn't go 7-0.
No.
You know why? Because somebody took it from you, James.
Exactly.
I'm here to take your thunder.
I like
And
it.
You
your
want to
lightning.
take his thunder?
The only thing that could have taken it up a notch for me is the flavor.
Yep.
It's missing the mark on just a little bit of a I'm going to say sweetness or whatever, but there's just some flavor that it's kind of lacking. Maybe it's because we got the bottom of the barrel, and he did say that
You
we
chug it?
No, yeah.
You have to chug it. It makes a difference.
He does.
Okay,
Yeah. You gotta put your heart and soul
It
into
really
it.
doesn't.
Put your heart and soul into things a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
James, I think you and I lately we've been really close in our scores. I think
What are you
we're-
doing,
we have the
Matt?
same palate.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Matt?
Don't be mad. It
Yeah.
used to be you and I who were pretty close.
Okay.
and
Climb
me and
out from under the
James.
table, Matt.
Yeah. hey, Matt, get out from underneath there. What?
All right, that concludes the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review.
What's your score again?
7.1.
Nice. Good for you, James.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You look like a different person with that.
Do you like it?
You know what I mean?
It's called the. I think it's called the Van Dyke.
You got a little
I think that's what he's got
Picasso.
going on
You
here.
got like a not Picasso.
Yes.
You got a little bit of a like a Spaniard or something. You know what I mean?
Like a conquistador.
Oh.
If he had the metal helmet.
Yeah, you know Chase Windmills.
It could use
like
a little
Villa?
product, though.
Yeah,
It's looking
I
a
need
little bushy.
something, right?
It's a little
something
bushy.
to-
You need to put some wax in there.
But when I comb it up, though, it's like it looks like Farrah Fawcett or something.
You comb
It's
it up?
Okay.
Like,
We're
just
on,
sometimes, just to
we're on
mess
hour 20 of this podcast.
yeah, we have to go.
with it. Yeah, Raul's like, can you guys
Hey, we
shut
just
the hell
spent
up?
the entire time.
I
We
think
spent
that
the entire
people.
month.
I think
in
that
one
people want to
episode.
hear about our beard, like
No.
pomade styles.
do,
Okay.
do we have a fail this week? Or
You know what? I did have one, but I didn't send the picture over in time to Raul. So we're
Very
going to
good.
save that. We're going to call Jody's fail to win.
Raul,
this.
did
The
you
fail
by
win.
chance
Oh,
get
yeah.
that picture I sent to you? We can talk about James's barbecue fail this week.
Oh, there we go.
what is this?
This right here, we're talking about some nice, beautiful
Bacon?
pork belly burnt ends.
Ooh, is that Cajun?
Did you eat it?
Yeah,
Blackened.
we tried it. We ate it.
Did you call it burnt ends just because you burned the hell out of it?
How thick
No,
is
no,
that?
no. So it was probably maybe a half-inch thick pork
Doesn't
belly.
look that thick.
And so
That's
it
rendered,
looked
baby.
beautiful before I wrapped it, but it was very sugary rub that I put on it.
That's what did it.
And I had it on the Weber, and the Weber is just way too hot. The Weber is probably pushing like 400 degrees or whatever. It made some killer wings, but it was not set up to do these pork belly burn ends. And my thought is like, oh, okay, well, I'll just put it in the wrap. It'll start like melting. The freaking fat will start rendering, and but it just.
I think it did.
It just
sizzled.
fried more. It just fried more.
sizzled.
Like when that fat rendered, it just fried even more. And I got a video. I'll post a video. I'll send it to John. We can put it out there. It's like I pull it out, and the backside is just so burnt to crisp. And then I flip it over. It's just sizzling and that little flare up on the grill. And I'm like, and Keegan was there. He's like, oh yeah, okay. And I was like, King's like, well, we got to try it. I was like, well, yeah, you're right. We do have to try it. I was like, yeah, that's not good.
Not good.
It's not good at all. So. Yeah, definitely some money down the drain. And what made it worse is like I used Mark Lambert's Sweet Swine O' Mine
Oh man. Injection. Yeah.
so ejected it. I brined it.
You really went into it.
I went all like apple juice. I brined it up and then seasoned it up with some rubs. And I was like, man, this is be pretty good. But note to self, it has to go low and slow, like 225, 275 max. You can't go over that, or you're just gonna burn the shit out of everything.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Some of the best pork belly we've ever done, and you did this. Well, you started this and you tailed off, and you're like, nah, it's fine. Just do it over there. I'm like, okay.
Right.
But it was the one we did that was it Marcus and Christine? They brought down, and they're like, hey, can you cook this? And we cooked it whole. We just this
A whole slab of pork belly?
when we butterflied it, or we cooked it, just a whole slab of it.
Really?
We seasoned it up, and we just cooked the whole thing down, dude. It was, and then sliced it like you would do a brisket or something, right? It was amazing,
Really?
so good.
Yeah.
man,
Key to
missed
that
that.
story was it was just pretty much just a salt and pepper
Yeah.
brine.
You didn't
Not
have a lot of
salt and
sugar
pepper,
on
like,
it.
Yeah, there was no sugar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right.
Well,
salt and pork go together.
that is a barbecue fail, but I don't think you actually win any
Guys,
Sucklebusters.
what do I win?
Yes.
Let's
But I did
go.
want to give a quick plug for our buddies over there at Sucklebusters. They have a new rub that just came out, and it is a really sweet rub, so I would not recommend it if you're going to scorch the shit out of some bacon. But it's called Meat Candy, and it looks really good. I'm going to order some so we can try it. But if you guys want to win some Sucklebusters, send in your barbecue wins, your barbecue fails, info@grabthebrisket.com, or call and leave us a message, 434-829-2299. Wins or fails, call in.
I love
That's it.
James, you got to give me the jingle, man.
No, you don't get the
You
jingle
don't
this
get
week.
it.
I won this jingle.
You don't get the jingle.
Give
James.
him
want
the
the
jingle. He needs
you're
the
not
jingle.
getting it.
Sucklebusters.
Sucklebusters. Everybody wants some Sucklebusters.
I knew he couldn't.
He couldn't
if I
let you do
started,
it. He
but I-
couldn't let you do it.
But I will tell you this. Hey, check out the website, grabbthebrisket.com. We are always putting something new up on the website.
Bunch of cool t-shirts.
We're trying to share as much as we can, do some collabs, obviously some recipes, and then we have the swag shop. But listen, hey, leave us a note, drop us a line, send a carrier pigeon. I don't know how this works, but definitely give us some feedback. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong. How do we improve the show? And you never know. You could be getting a little box of, I don't know, seasonings from us, some swag from us, or anything else. So, like I said earlier, we support people that support us, and yeah, I appreciate it.
You have my vote.
Yeah, got your vote.
Let's go. Hey, guys, honestly, it's been great talking barbecue with you.
Peace.
There it is.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, Sucklebusters, and Dalstrong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and CoolieNation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.